What's going on, guys? So today on this SHOKY Quickie, we're going to be taking a look at something new from NECA. And they're doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Universal Monsters fusion, so to speak. And it is Raph as Frankenstein's monster. And it's their ultimate action figure. Now, I did order this from BBTS, but it was available in a few other places. Apparently, it might even be available in stores. I think these went to Walmart's. I'm not sure. But I do have the entire lineup as it is on pre-order, so I'll be getting those over time. But either way, we open the cover. It's a good, nice premium NECA figure with the opening thing with some Velcro tabs. And you got the nice image over here, and then you have just the nice looking RAPHAEL over there. Man, that looks cool. That looks really cool, but let's check out the rest of it. So we do have Ninja Turtles, Monsters, Ninja Turtles as Monsters, including the secret one down here. So this almost makes me feel like they're not going to do a Donatello as Dracula, which is weird. And they also have not shown off a normal Universal monster Dracula, which is also weird. So maybe they're having a little issues with that particular one, where they have all the rest, though. All right, so let's come up here. It's alive! Raphael is Frankenstein's monster. He's been shell-shocked! See! A terrifying turtle with attitude! Pure terror from the sewer! Warning, the monster is loose! Beware his shocking sigh! Yes. Okay. That's seriously really nice. Really nice box work here, guys. I love NECA's stuff when they do these things. And then you got more of that and the same. And then on the bottom, barcodes, all the things like that. NECA! And we'll make children under 0 to 3. You can't have these things. Sorry, kids. And let's go ahead and get the knife out here. And just sort of like that. Now, I don't hold on to my NECA packaging anymore. I used to. And then with all of the figures I've gotten in the last year or so, it just got to be too much. I was just using them for storage. This one, it's kind of a shame to not hold on to, I'm going to be honest with you. But to each their own. Oh, excuse me. I apologize for my burping. Ooh, what's this backdrop? Oh, nice. Cool. I will say that the images on the box definitely show his bandana as being significantly more red than it is. So that's something. All right. Ooh. Also, he's got some heft to him, too. All right, so let's get his shocking size out of there. Also, those are a little jaggedy. Be careful. Definitely not for kids, because little kids can hurt themselves on things like this. Okay, we got a punching hand. We have a sigh holding hand. Okay. We have another punching hand. Oh, that plastic doesn't hold up to the weight, does it? And we have the other sigh holding hand. Go figure, right? Ha, go figure. Okay, because it's NECA, we do have some ties to chip off here. Don't know what I actually just said there. I meant to say cut or slice, and it came out a chip. Just kind of very carefully relieve him of his restraints, because how else will the monster get loose? Just kind of get in. Yay. Okay, that should be enough. Alright, let's get this big boy out of here. Yeah. Come on, it's your plastic undeath day. It's your plastic undeath day. Holy crap, that head is in there. Come on, buddy, get your head out. Oh, it's the other arm is stuck, my bad. I thought that went all the way around. It was just one arm each. Sorry, Raph. That was nearly tragic. Okay. And now we got plastic. Get that over there. Okay, whoa. Alright. Let's check him out. Right out of the box. I like doing these things right out of the box for you guys because they're entertaining for me. I do think, yeah, he's got... That's a very dull red. Like, it's... Maybe it's just the vibrant a bit of the thing here. Well, I'm gonna brighten this up just a little bit. Okay, so definitely a turtle underneath. You can get the shell, and it's all molded and glued together here with the jacket. That's pretty cool. I like the chain. Feels like real metal. Yeah, so that's a real metal chain, not unlike the chain that I actually just got for my Piranha's head. Actually, I did a upgrade mod to my Piranha's head with his weapons, made them with a real chain instead, and it works significantly better. I will say these hip joints are loose as all get out, man. That's very much unlike NECA. They usually have very tight things. The feet and the knees are very tight seemingly, but those hip joints are crazy. Look at this. The whole jacket is like dry brushed and dirty. It does have the elbow pads like they normally would do. And I believe this is meant to be a movie turtle combined, not a cartoon turtle. I like this. You got a nice little like pressure gauge there. Hold on, let me zoom. Look at that. It's, you know, nice little broken thing painted on the inside. Glass is weathered. You got the hose that comes back, goes to another cracked and busted big ass gauge on the back. That's really cool. Give them a very much, I want to patch together cyborg thing. I love the big thing here. You know, nice big connective thing that is molded super well. Look at the paint. Nice, nope, go the other way, zoom out ever so slightly. Gigantic screws in there, and the chain goes through it. You got his shell is cracked and broken everywhere, even as a part of the New York City, you know, sewer cap, manhole cover bolted in there. That's a great detail. This is just fantastic, guys. I will say some of the dry brushing from here to here, a little bit different. Doesn't quite carry over the same dirt, but does look pretty good. Stitched together pants here and all the way down. It's got the big knee pads there, very Ghostbustery. And then some bolts going through the ankles, and then the huge chunky feet. Thank God for those holes in the feet, or else you would never be able to get them to stand on a stand. All right, let's look at this head sculpt real quick. Interesting that they only give you one head sculpt. Teeth are all knotted and nasty. Metal staples holding his neck together. The eyes look a little dead, if I'm honest, and I don't mean that in a joking way. Unironically, it's kind of like the big second accessory heads we got at one time that just don't look as good as the standard ones. I would probably add some darkness, like darken that area inside there, because it's very sunken in, so you'd think it'd be a little bit darker, but it's the exact same color as everything else. But I mean, you can see the wash and the extra airbrushing all over the head. You know, they added the big flat top head with all the staples, the big cut going through there, so very much a Frankenstein deal. Just crazy. Also weird, see turtle with hair. He does have a big old bandana. This is all nice and soft plastic. It is on a spinny, probably a little ball joint there, so you could pose it however you want to, whether you want it active down or whatever. Let's see here. Neck, probably just a ball joint. I doubt there's even... Oh, no, there's actually some extra movement there. I don't know if there's a disc hinge, but there's something. The entire neck down here does move too, just in a lesser way. Stiffer ball joint. So he's like, huh? What is that? Oh, although, once again, very much enjoying this. Okay, so disc hinge shoulder, soft fabric, or not fabric, but soft plastic kind of there, so you can get the arm up a little, but not much. You can go around, probably not all the way due to the shell, and it clears it. Okay, double jointed elbow here and here, and there's a swivel above and below, but due to the arm pad, he's not going to bend his elbow super sharp. That's probably about as good as you can get, but it does look nice. So if you just have a basic bend on it, it's fine. He does have this creepy grabbing kind of hand with a disc hinge. So this is more like his just woke up kind of thing. Also asymmetrical. Gotta love that. That's something that's a pain for figure creators to make something asymmetrical like this. Let's see here. He probably does have an ab crunch, but being a turtle, probably not going to be totally acceptable. But yep, it's in there. Got a little bit of an ab crunch in there, and then you do have a swivel. It's restricted by the clothing, but it's there, so the whole hips and all that move. By the way, he's got side holsters in his jacket, which is interesting. Once again, the legs are super, super loose. I guess that's a good thing, but he can do that much of a Jean-Claude. He can kick only that far forward, can't really go back. But here's the thing, is if you go that far, you just completely expose the sculpt, so it's not even that great. You got thigh rotation, so it might be worth rotating in a little to cover that, just like that, and then affix the knees a little bit. Yeah, that actually helps a little, you know, so it doesn't expose that much when it goes. But I mean, it's a good move, a good amount of movement, so that's not too much to complain about. Double jointed knee, it's going to be restricted by the knee pad. I'm not going to force it much more than that. You never want to force NECA joints, like, ever. Look at the weathering, though, on that knee pad. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm going to brighten up my screen just a little bit more here. And ankles, just basic disc hinge, and then foot pivot. Nothing too crazy. So, and I mean, he's a Frankenstein's monster, so you're not really going to do a whole lot with him. Let's be honest here. The size, meant to look like electrode thingies, electro bolts, weathered, a little rusty. Looks pretty cool. I don't lie, dig that. And let's see here, how well do they go in the holsters with the chain? Might have to actually pull the chain up and forward and go behind like that. Yep, that's problematic, to say the least. Because once again, that's a metal chain. So you can get a SI in there, more or less. There we go. You gotta really finagle it, but you can get them in there. Alright, now let's look at the holding hands. So each one is going to be modeled after the previous hand with the same damage on it. So these are the two holding hands, and yep, they look pretty much identical. Looks good. I'm going to say this is the left one because you got some nubs, or some mold nubs here. How am I going to get this in his hand? Shove it down, I guess. So this is where, like, having a movable or having a removable handle would come in handy, like a lot of other high-end figures do, where you can unplug the handle from the weapon. So that's pretty good there. And let's swap his hand. I'm not going to try to do that on camera. I'm just going to yoink it out. Put that one back in. So he's like, I do like the open hand, though. The open hand looks good. And apparently the Bride of Frankenstein April does come with at least one more of these, which is weird because she already has the cool, like, electro staff. So the Bride of Frankenstein version of April is actually very, very cool. In my opinion, can't wait for that figure to come out. All right, so I'm trying to get him to stand offset, like he's walking forward and wanting to come kill you, sort of. I guess you could probably backhand the thing too, but either way. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, hold on. I'm going to go get something. And there we go. We have normal Raphael and normal Frankenstein, for lack of a better term. You know, so that's crazy that he's actually in between in height. I like that. That's pretty good. I do think that this is one of the coolest things that NECA has endeavored to pull off. And the Mikey mummy looks so awesome. And the kind of hunchback version of Leo, very interesting, especially with the facial hair. I don't know how they're going to pull that off, but it should be another interesting thing, to say the least. But guys, make sure you go check out the rest of the NECA playlist. There's a whole bunch of stuff to check out. And of course, I'll be getting these as the year goes on. I think a couple of them come out in the next month or two. And then April comes out near the end of the year. So stay tuned for that. It would have been interesting to give him something else, like maybe one of the flowers or anything else like that. But I also like the shackles here on original Frank. This is actually a different chain. So this, I think, is that's a metal chain. It's heavy enough. But yeah, this is cool. By the way, the chain is weathered too. It's not just painted. I actually really appreciate that. But that's going to be it, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. And remember, as always, keep on nerding so that you can one day Make your own Frankenstein creature.